Alright, so I had been telling y'all that I was going to talk about my pregnancy and like what everything I went through, and I had asked y'all on Instagram to give me some questions so I can cover what y'all wanted to know. Okay, y'all, so the first question was, how did I figure out that I was pregnant? So here's the story. Okay, so basically I went to school that morning. The whole day, like, I was just tired. I fell asleep in class for the first time. I never fall asleep in class. So when I got home, I was on the phone with one of my friends, and I was like, girl, I feel tired, like tired. And she was like, well, go to sleep. And I started to feel nauseous at the same time. So then I'm like, I feel nauseous. So she was like, yeah, you need to go get that checked out. So I was like, no. So I tried to go to sleep, couldn't go to sleep. So I was like, you know what? It was like God just telling me to get up. So then I got up, I got in the car. I didn't have no money to my name. I had just came back from spring break from Miami, living my best life. So I called one of my good friends, and I had asked her, I was like, hey, can I borrow $10? So I had told her that I would give it back to her Friday when I got paid. So we ended up going to Wyatt's Pharmacy around the corner from my house. I ended up buying a pregnancy test. Ended up dropping her back off at home. Then I ended up going home, and I just took it. I peed in a cup, and I put the pregnancy test inside the cup. Walked away, went in the kitchen, got some water, went back in the bathroom, checked on it. It only had one line. So I was like, okay. So I started pouring the pee down the toilet. Something just told me to look at the pregnancy test again. As soon as I looked at the pregnancy test again, it has 2 lines. So I'm like, what the? And then I didn't know what to do. Like, I was lost for words. I didn't even know how to feel at the moment. I was just shook. So the test came with 2. So I ended up taking the other one. I drank some more water to make myself pee. So I ended up calling her back, and I'm like, hey, can I borrow $10 more, please? And she was just like, okay, let's see, why you tripping? So I went, picked her up again, went back to Wyatt's Pharmacy. I went and got another pregnancy test off the shelf. And then I went to the lady, like the lady who check you out or whatever. Oops. And I was like, here you go. These are wrong. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, they came at positive. Like, there's no way. She's talking about some, well, they say 99.9% accurate. And I said, no, they're wrong. I said, but I'll take another one. So then she started laughing. Everybody behind the register started laughing because I really tried to return it because I couldn't believe what I seen. So I ended up purchasing a second one. I ended up going back home, and this time I prayed over it. And when I prayed over it, I took it again, came back positive. Like, I was shook. Like, I just couldn't believe my eyes. Alright, the second question is, how did my boyfriend at this time react? So after I took the test, I ended up calling him, and I was like, I'm pregnant. And then he was like, what? Hold on, let me call you back. So now I'm just like, okay, this nigga, like, I ain't know what to think. I'm just like, I don't know how he's gonna act. Like, I didn't know, like, how his reaction was gonna be. So he ended up calling me back like 5 minutes later, and he's talking about something. Okay, so what did you say? And you can just tell, like, he was excited. So I was like, I'm pregnant. He's talking about something. Are you for real? And I said, yes. He's talking about something. How do you know? I said, I took 4 tests. He's talking about something. You took 4 tests. And I was like, yeah. And he was just trying to calm me down because at the time I was just feeling so emotional. And he was just like, I got you. Don't worry about it. We're going to be straight. I'm going to make sure you and her are taken care of. Like, I'm going to be here no matter what. You know, the talk that people give you. And the third question was, did I gain a lot of weight? Well, I started off at 152. The last time I got on the scale before I gave birth, I was like 190. That has been the biggest I have ever been. But like, it was just all in my stomach. Like, I didn't really gain weight nowhere else. But as soon as I dropped that, I snapped back real fast. Like, I'm probably smaller than how I was before I started. Another question was, what were my body changes? I broke out really bad on my back. Like, I had a lot of body acne. And I broke out, like, on my chest. I didn't get stretch marks, thank God. I did get dark marks. And I did get darker in certain areas. But other than that, like, that was really it. I guess the hormone level was what had my body doing all types of weird stuff. Like, I thought you were supposed to glow when you was pregnant. To me, I wasn't. So, yeah. My boobs did grow a lot, though, when I was pregnant. Like, yeah, like, I went up, like, 2 bra sizes. Did I have any weird cravings? No, I don't think my cravings were weird, but like every morning I wanted to go to Dunkin' Donuts. I needed a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, grape jelly on the top, grape jelly on the bottom of the bread. I liked anything spicy. Like, I love plain chips, Lay's chips with some hot sauce in the bag. What else did I like for, like, what was my cravings? I actually craved a lot of sweets too, because before I was pregnant, I didn't like desserts or nothing. Like, I would never eat cake, but like when I was pregnant, I wanted stuff like that. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I love me some lemonade. I love me some lemonade and tea. Like, oh, I crave sodas. Like, oh my goodness, like, I had to have a soda. Like, I had to have a soda. Maybe that's why my body broke out. I don't know. But I had to have one. All right. Another question was, how did my parents react? My parents, they were very supportive from day one. Ever since they found out, like, of course, they were a little disappointed. But they got over that. And, like, they didn't bash me or, like, make me feel less of a person. They just supported me through this whole journey. And they've been my number one supporters, actually, through this whole process, and for that I really do appreciate them for just making it just a little bit easier for me. How did my family react? So my family outside of my parents, everybody had their own feelings towards it. Of course, everybody was disappointed, but I mean, other than that, like, I didn't get bashed. Like, nobody really made me feel like, you're so stupid, you're dumb, you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get no negative energy from nobody in my family. Like, well, nothing that was said to my face. But other than that, like, everybody was chilling about it. Like, they were happy for me. And they've been supportive ever since. Anybody who found out have just been there encouraging. Days that I felt down, I would get phone calls just to uplift me. And times where I just didn't know what to do, they were encouraging. So yeah, my family, they made my life easier as well. Like, I didn't get the normal reaction from y'all. She was asleep this whole time. But hey mama, one of the questions was, how has Soraya affected me negative? Happier, and just gives me hope. Love you. I love you, mama. You gonna tell them hey? Now she's tired. So during my pregnancy, I was battling a lot of things. Like, I was battling depression. Back in August, I lost my grandma. I lost my aunt the same exact week that I lost my grandma. So I was battling death. Me and her dad ended up separating and breaking up. So I was going through my first heartbreak. So if I could just go back and change anything, I wish I would have just enjoyed being pregnant and, like, taking the maternity pictures. Like, I just didn't want to do anything. Like, I was just so down. I wish I would have just embraced being pregnant, because that's a beautiful thing. And yeah, I wish I would have made more memories with my stomach to look back on, because I didn't really have the chance to, because my mind was just elsewhere. But yeah, if I can go back and change some things, that's what I would change. Alright, so the next question is, how do I balance my personal life and my mommy life? I mean, I don't like to take her out the house too much because of the weather. So, like, if I want to go out with my friends, or if I just want to go run a couple errands, and if my mom or my dad is home, they'll watch her until I come back. I don't take advantage. Like, I don't stay all night. I don't do that anymore, because it's just like, when I do go out, I'm constantly calling. I'm constantly checking her. But I mean, I was never a partier. I was never, like, a person to just go out all the time anyways. And if I did, I was going to my friend's house. Like, I wasn't in no club. I wasn't at no party, no kickback, none of that. So that really doesn't affect me. But when I'm with her, it's just me and her bonding. Like, I spend the majority of my day. Is being a mom stressful? Yes and no. It's stressful when you don't know what's wrong with them, and you do everything you can, and you just can't get them to stop crying. Um, it does become a little bit frustrating and stressful when you're really, really tired and you don't know what's wrong with them and you can't get them to stop crying. But like, if you have a good support system, it's easy to get it, overcome it, and get through it because you have people like supporting you and helping you and being there for you. But how do I get through it on an everyday basis? Um, I mean, I just know she has needs and that she can't fend for herself. So I am her backbone. I do have to do for her. So just to know that she depends on me is how I get through it. But so it's just yes and no. We have our pros and cons. Another question was, as a young woman, how will I push through and accomplish my dreams? So, I mean, I feel like I am behind at this very moment. I just feel like that. I know I'm not. But I do plan on going to school this upcoming summer. And I am going to go to school. And I'm going to see if I can try to balance school and working. It just all depends on what I'm going to do with her, being a single mom and doing it by myself. So, yeah, I still have dreams that I want to accomplish, and I do want to be somebody, and I am going to be somebody. It's just postponed at this very moment, but I'm going to get there. Ain't that right, mama? Ain't that right, mama? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Yeah, she's always messing with her hands. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. How do I feel that I just can't up and leave because I have a child? I understand I have responsibility. So, I mean, I can't feel no type of way. So, if I don't have anybody to watch her, sorry, y'all, I just can't go. I don't feel no way. I mean, I had 9 months to prepare for it. I had 9 months to do what I wanted to do freely. So, I mean, yeah. So, I don't feel any type of way. Get your hand out your mouth. She just ate, y'all. She's just so chunky. But, yeah, I don't feel no type of way. It doesn't really bother me. If I have somebody to watch her, I have somebody to watch her, and I'll go. If I don't have anybody to watch her, then I just stay home and I'll watch her. But other than that, I'm chilling about it. The next question is, how did I deal with postpartum depression? Currently, I'm still battling it. Postpartum hit me really bad. I want to say like last week. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just taking it a day at a time. It's not a timing on when I'll feel better or a timing of when things will get better. But I mean, it's out of my control. So I just gave it to God at this point because there's nothing I can do personally. Bless you. Bless you, mama. So to answer that, I'm still dealing with it. It's hard. It's kind of like, I don't know, sometimes I get discouraged, but I'll get through it. Everything happens for a reason. That's just all I just keep thinking about is whatever has happened was meant to happen because God had my life written already. They can hear you, nasty. Y'all hear her going off over. Another question is, how is it being a single teen mom? I mean, I have my moments. I'm not over the whole situation. This is actually a very touchy subject. I really don't too much feel comfortable speaking on it. But, I mean, everything happens for a reason. God already had this written out. So, this is my blessing from the whole relationship. Yeah, so I'm doing it by myself. So, I'm going to make sure she's fine. And make sure that we're straight. But other than that, it's kind of hard. It is hard. I'm not going to lie and say it's not. Everybody wants that perfect family. Everybody wants to be with the father of their child or wants things to work. But sometimes it's not. It doesn't happen like that. And I'm slowly becoming okay with how things are at this very moment. So this is the conclusion of our video. I will be making more posts. My next post will probably be a vlog or some follow-up questions if anybody has any more additional questions. But yeah, me and Soraya will be starting our YouTube channel. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'll just show y'all what we do every day on our day-to-day routine, just vlogging it. And yeah, we'll be doing this up until she old enough to make her own. But yeah, so y'all subscribe to me, share this video. If you guys have any other type of questions, if anybody needs advice, if anybody needs anything, I'm going to leave my Instagram, my Facebook, my Snapchat down below, and feel free to hit me up. Yeah, this us. Say bye-bye, mama.